See if his planking video is good.
2011. They call it planking. The practice of laying on your front, completely still, for social media kudos. It was safe. Fun for families. Fun for professionals. Fun for brands. Australian sports ball players were doing a plank.
There is obviously a message here.
Remember how lame the plank was?
Stays very still for a couple of seconds.
How contrived of a meme.
By gum, even TV funny mans were doing a plank. Soon there were thousands of kids just laying around downtown. Some of the location selection was quite creative. Others, less inspired. But
that's pretty cool.
One-upsmanship drove people
Sticky
to
Brick,
do
thank you, my
ever more
friend.
daring planks. Some were really asking for trouble.
Trouble?
Especially those that partook in subgenre spin-offs, such as the intersection plank, the balcony plank. And that's when the accidents began.
Oopsie daisy.
A 17-year-old was planking on his roof, fell off, crashed onto the concrete below, and his
thanks for the
kidney
$3.
ruptured. It had to be removed.
All the Sunjack Rejects
Not to be
vids are
outdone,
him
an
and other weird
18-year-old fell
YouTubers
from a
reading fan
fifth-story
fictions. I don't
balcony.
doubt it.
Guys,
On his way down, he bounced off an awning, landed on the pavement, and destroyed his spleen. That had to be cut out too. Hold my beer, another guy says as he planks from the roof of a moving car.
Your destination is on the right.
It's a coma. Then finally, a man in Australia planks from the 7th story of an apartment complex. He fell off and died.
What a retard.
Alright, you stupid kids, shut it down. Game's over. Time to start punishing anyone who planks.
That's that guy's
Shit's a
fault.
safety
Nobody else's.
A blanket ban in schools and universities is implemented. That leads to several suspensions. Then it progressed to the workplace. GameStop fired a guy for planking. Woolworths fired 8. A hospital fired 7. A factory fired 2. What, a plank in a mine? Want to get fired? Surely it couldn't hurt just to plank a little in the old folks' home. Now you're unemployed. But it doesn't stop there. It goes all the way to the highest levels of power. The South Australian government. They consider a statewide ban on planking, which is quickly dropped. The Prime Sheila of Australia, Julia Gillard, issues an official decree to knock it off, kids. But that's not enough to stop this epidemic from spreading. The more the media said,
Planking bad.
Thank you, Cooper, for the sub.
alluring it became.
Familiar name. Thank you,
You
for
even had your serial
subbing again.
offenders.
Have you seen this man?
This guy went on a planking spree. Here, and here, and here, and finally on a cop car.
That's a
When
big
he
boy.
uploaded it to Facebook, however, the police weren't so pleased, and they sent him a summons to court. At first, he tried to claim the images were shocked. No one was believing that.
Dr.
So he
Socks,
confessed
thank
and
you, my
received
friend.
a $303 fine. The police cracked down on a number of others too, but it all backfired. Soon, the new defiant subgenre of cop car planking emerged in direct protest. And when one was struck down, 100 more took their place. Although some police didn't help the
Nice.
situation either.
It takes a lot of bravery to be that vulnerable, and I'm so proud of this community.
But while this was all going down, the subgenres were becoming more esoteric. The rotating escalator plank, for example. The... Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Everyone shut up. It's Exhibit. And he's here to tell
Exhibit.
everyone to stop planking. Why?
Since Pimp My
Because
Ride,
it's
that guy has been
racist.
totally irrelevant.
That's right. X goes on to give it to his followers by explaining that the Atlantic slave trade also had people lying down with their arms at their side.
Oh, it must
too.
be exactly the same as
Therefore-
slavery.
Not really. He just plucked this entirely
X to the
out of
Z.
thin air or overheard it at the pub. There is absolutely zero connection between this lame fad and the Atlantic slave trade. Besides, everybody knows that planking originally started with the Catholic Church in 595 AD. Something called the Litany of Saints. Even the Pope was planking. Anyway, so John Key, Chief Cuz of New Zealand, decided to take things into his own hands. He does a fine how do you do fellow kids and uploads this slightly ominous picture of his son planking.
That is a little sinister.
You did it. You killed the meme. It's done. Some desperate resuscitation was attempted with owling and teapotting and beheading. Actually, that's pretty good. But the timing was all wrong and it never properly took off. And that is the story of planking. A small footnote
Snailing.
in internet history.
What was the Family Guy one? Swifting? Taylor Swifting?
Oh, here come those. Oh, was that a bit? That might have been a bit quick for you. How about now? Did you get your name? That's a shame. Coming in from the left-hand side. Oh, just missed it. I saw Steve in there.
Well, all right. Solid ass video. This guy's got quality content. Quality content.